Hey guys, Yuliya here. So in today's video, I will be forcing some bulbs. And as you could probably tell, it is cold outside and I'm all bundled up because contrary to a lot of people's opinions, I do not like being cold. But before I start, I just wanted to explain what forcing is. And what it is basically tricking spring bulbs into blooming earlier than if they were planted outside. And the way we do that is by creating an artificial chill period for your bulbs and then taking them out at the end of that chill period and putting them in our house where they can bloom practically in the middle of the winter, which is amazing. So what I did last October is I planted some hyacinth bulbs and they were blooming for me in January. So different spring bulbs have different chill periods, and I will list all of those in the description down below so that you can check that out. But one of my favorite bulbs to force is a hyacinth because they come in these beautiful colors. They are extremely fragrant and they have a somewhat short chill period. So it is kind of like a short time between you plant them and then you get the flowers. So this is what I'm going to be planting today, and I'll show you how. So for forcing bulbs, you obviously will need some bulbs, and every category of bulbs like the tulips, daffodils, crocuses, and other bulbs have earlier blooming varieties and later blooming varieties. So definitely go for the earlier blooming varieties. You will need some potting soil, some pots, and this is totally up to your creativity. You can use terracotta, you can use plastic pots, galvanized, or even wooden boxes. And then optional is moss or maybe some rocks. All right, I will use this terracotta pot. It has somewhat aged look. And drainage is not really important for bulbs because this is temporary display. So you fill your pot with soil and you place your bulbs like so. I like the tip to be sort of flush with the top of the pot. By the way, some people are allergic to hyacinths, so make sure that you are aware of what you are allergic to and handle them with care. Obviously use gloves. I also like to pack my bulbs for drama. So this is pretty much the planting, and then you fill up the pot with soil. And I like the tips of the bulbs to show. Okay. Looks very nice. Now, I love moss. I add moss to everything. So this is what I'm gonna do. I can add moss right now or later when the bulbs start to show, but I just wanted you to see how beautiful it can look with the moss on. It's just this instant elevation of this pot right here. Look at that. Boom. And I found this moss on my driveway. I have lots of moss growing in my garden. You can use dried moss. You can use rocks as a decorative effect. And this is pretty much it. So as you can see, the planting is fairly easy, and what I do after I plant these bulbs, I place these pots in the bottom of my fridge away from any fruit because fruit emit ethylene, which somehow spoils the quality of the flower. And I place them in the fridge for the chill period, which in the case of hyacinths is 3 months. By the end of 3 months, I take these pots out, and I usually see the bulbs start to grow, and sometimes I even see roots coming out of the drainage hole, which is perfectly normal. That means that bulbs are all rooted in. And I place these pots in a cool and bright location. And I would say that is probably one of the most important things that you should do for your forcing bulbs, is put them in a cool and bright location versus more dark and warmer location. If you do that, the quality of your flowers will definitely go down. They will be very floppy and not as colorful. Also, during your chill period, make sure that you check on your bulbs and either water them if they're dry, and make sure not to overwater them because they may rot if you do. And that's pretty much it. You will have flowers within a couple of weeks after the end of your chill period, which is amazing. And I always thank myself at that point that I spend just a little bit of time in the fall forcing my bulbs so I can enjoy some beautiful spring flowers in the middle of the winter. So this is pretty much it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are safe. I hope you are gardening, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye. Hi. What are you doing? What happened? What happened? How'd you get on the table? Is it pretty again? Yeah. Is it pretty? Give me a kiss. Oh, good boy.